Less than 10 lines of this code can give an attacker complete administrative control of your website. From there, the malicious hacker can do pretty much anything they want. From injecting a backdoor into some theme to attacking the whole server. And this can happen to your website even if you've done everything right. In fact, more than 30,000 websites are identified to have been compromised every day. Website attacks can take advantage of a host of vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities on your computer, in WordPress, on your web server, and even in your network. So what can you as a WordPress website owner do about it? Here are 9 tips to strengthen your WordPress security. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification icon so you don't miss out on great content related to WordPress and WooCommerce. Every time a new WordPress update is released, the previous version's vulnerabilities are published in the change log. Attackers use this readily available list to target websites who haven't updated to the latest version. The same goes for plugins and themes on WordPress. The high-quality ones are constantly updated with security updates and vulnerability patches. Thus, it's crucial that you keep your WordPress core, plugins, and themes updated. You can update them by going to the Updates section in your dashboard. Always look out for this notification badge. For someone looking to target your website, finding out your WordPress version can be as simple as right-clicking to view your page source and searching for generator. The attacker can then use the listed vulnerabilities of this version to get inside your website. You can hide WordPress version information by adding the following code to your WordPress theme's function.php file. If you're not comfortable altering code yourself, you can install a plugin like Meta Generator and Version Info Remover. The plugin gives you complete control over where your WordPress version number is visible. Remember this malicious code we showed earlier? It can only be injected by gaining access to the server on which your website is hosted. Thus, it's critical that you choose your web hosting provider carefully. While choosing one, look for security features like firewalls, virus protection, spam filters, SSL certificates, domain name privacy, and DDoS protection. The choice of a hosting environment is highly subjective. If you have little to no knowledge of how websites work, you're better off having a managed hosting environment. But if your organization has its own dedicated sysadmins and operation centers, you should look into virtual private server and dedicated hosting environments. If you're looking for suggestions, WordPress wholeheartedly recommends Bluehost, DreamHost, and SiteGround. If you've hosted your website with a reliable hosting provider, the weakest link in the chain is the administrator, that is you. If you don't want to be the weakest link, follow along as we take you through 3 processes to limit an attacker's access to your WordPress website. Remove the default WP admin. Most attackers go for the default WP admin, WP login.php, and XML-RPC.php access points. You can prevent such brute force attacks by using a unique username. Here's how. Go to the Users tab in your dashboard and click on Add New. Use a new email address to create a new account and set the role to administrator. Be sure to use a unique username. Save the new user and log out. Then, log back in with the newly created account and go back to the Users tab in your dashboard. Hover your mouse pointer over the username admin and select Delete. Manage user roles effectively. It's crucial that you control who can access your website and what they can do while they're there. The principle of least privilege, an important computer science principle, dictates. Use the minimal set of privileges on a system in order to perform an action. Grant privileges only for the exact duration that an action is necessary. Keeping these principles in mind, you can use WordPress built-in roles like administrator, editor, author, contributor, and subscriber when giving access to people. And make sure to revoke access or even delete accounts when they're not required. One more thing you can do is set the default user role to subscriber. Go to the General tab in your settings. Here change the new user default role to subscriber from the drop-down. Use two-factor authentication. Setting up two-factor authentication is easy. Download and install the Google Authenticator on your mobile device. Find a 2FA plugin for WordPress and install it. A good one is MiniOrange's 2FA. After activating, select MiniOrange 2-Factor from the left menu and follow the instructions. After getting the QR code, open the Google Authenticator app on your phone and click on the Add button. Scan the QR code and verify the code on the plugin page. Apart from these three processes, you can add even more layers of security with randomly generated passwords, setting a limit on WordPress login attempts, and by using pre-login captchas. Plugins like Loginizer and Login No Captcha Recaptcha are worth checking out. The wp-config.php file contains sensitive information about your database, including the host, name, username, and password. So special steps should be taken to secure it. Some easy ways to secure this file are: moving it outside the root directory, modifying the default wp-config.php file, setting 400 permission to the file to restrict access. The official WordPress repository contains thousands of security plugins. These plugins perform a range of functions like preventing, detecting, and auditing your WordPress website. Security is by far the best security plugin on WordPress. The plugin boasts features like active auditing, file monitoring, and malware scanning features for free. Plus, it acts as an impenetrable wall against virtual patching exploits, bad bots, backdoor locations, DDoS attempts, and spam requests. The premium version comes with a top-of-the-class web application firewall as well. Installing SSL and HTTPS is not only important to protect your and your users' data, it's also a major ranking factor for Google. And it's a big indicator of trust and credibility among users. The best way to get an SSL certificate is by requesting your hosting provider. Then, you can install a free plugin like Really Simple SSL that automatically detects your SSL certificate and configures WordPress to use HTTPS. According to Kinsta, 55% of hacked websites had one or more outdated plugins. Attackers inject malicious code into outdated plugins and offer them for free. So you should only install plugins based on factors like size of install base, number of user reviews and their average, frequency of patches and updates, privacy policy or terms of service. And if you do have some inactive plugins lying around in your WordPress website, it's time to purge them. Only keep plugins you are using and are sure are safe. Even if you painstakingly follow every single tip mentioned above, the truth is, the process of securing your website can only mitigate the chances of a hack, not completely eliminate them. You can never be completely safe. So when all else fails, your website backups are your best friend. Set up an automatic backup solution on an off-site location and make sure the restore process actually works. You can use top WordPress backup plugins like Updraft Plus, VaultPress, and Backup Buddy. With a reliable backup and a host of tough security measures, you can lay back knowing you've done everything you need to do to secure your WordPress website. Check out learnwoo.com for more articles, videos, and resources related to WordPress and WooCommerce. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media channels. And do let us know in the comment section if you want us to cover a specific topic, or if you have any ideas or suggestions.